Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we have a perfect fall Oklahoma day trip. And after the break, Oklahoma is a European vacation hotspot. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
So we guested on a show again.
Yes, Dodgecast.
Dodgecast. Only in Darko Part 2 is what the episode is affectionately referred to as. Now listen, if you're listening at home and you're like, hey, go check that out. Buyer beware. It is, you do better than me. Like I was listening to the episode and you kept it 100, but you didn't go over the speed limit. I kind of went a little.
I don't know what you mean.
I did a lot of cussing.
Ah.
You know what I mean?
I am. It's one of the very few things that I've trained myself when the microphone is in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't drop any of the
superlatives.
Yes.
I just kind of go, I'm off the leash. You know what I mean? It's like you take me to the dog park. You let me go. You let me loose. And I'm just humping other dogs I probably would, and I'm peeing in the corner. You know what I mean? I'm going wild.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of feral. But dude, as always, great time. I really think, honestly and truly, we talked about taking the show on the road. We talked about doing live episodes. Yeah, maybe we're dreaming too big here. Maybe we're too big for our britches.
Maybe.
But I think it's getting close. We're getting close to where it's time to start taking this thing on the road. The people are asking for it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Come see a little piece of heaven. But yeah, us and the Dodgecast crew, we're bonding. We're doing trust falls via text.
You somehow managed to get picked on all the time.
I do get picked on all the time.
And I'm not 100% sure why.
I don't get it. Am I just an easy target? Is it because I don't want to say the front man.
No,
I
there's no filter between your brain and your mouth.
Right.
So you just say stuff
but I've done a good job with the show. Remember Traveloddies, it was a crapshoot.
It was.
Because when you said, by the way, we're going to do a podcast and we're going to make it for everyone, meaning because when you sign up for your podcast, you can determine what your category, your subcategory is going to be. A. B, it also determine, is it E for everyone or E for explicit? So we chose the latter.
Mm-hmm.
I've done a pretty damn good job of keeping it 100 and not breaking the speed limit. But I get over there to the Dodgecast guys, and my filter just goes bleh. So, but anyway, Dodgecast, always a good time. We had a wonderful time.
We did.
We had some.
I don't understand how we record for so long with them, though. Honestly,
it just goes by, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, it was 2 hours and change this time.
I think it was pushing 3 hours
because there's they have segments, but there's not like it's not a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's not like a fast. It's kind of fast and loose. So it's, you know what I mean? There's not like a rule that says, okay, next. With us, this is what I was kind of talking to Jared about, is like, we've got kind of a roadmap. It's like, okay, here, done.
Yeah.
You can, we can, within a few minutes, guess,
how long it's going to be. Yeah.
Because we kind of set it in stone. This is what I don't
even know. I just think that you and I have a pattern that we've developed over the last 6 years where we know we're going to be talking about this and we can just look at it and go, there's 22 minutes of information there.
Do you think we put too many restrictions on us? And I'm not saying, I'm not saying open the floodgates and we ramble. That's not what I'm saying. But do you think that, I mean, I'm giving we're having boardroom conversations in front of the millions here. But
studio audience.
Do you think we have too many restrictions?
No. I think we're really flexible when it comes to what we do. So,
yeah. Well, either way, Dodgecast always a good time, like I said, and we are planning in the next couple weeks. I know Jay Duncan, Jay Mondo Kane on TikTok. If you're looking for 80 reviews on 80s from a guy that's like super passionate about 80s and 90s movies, horror, he likes everything.
He's a fun guy.
He's a fun dude. He really is. And we picked him up traveling through Anadarko more or less. And now he's part of the crew. And next couple of weeks, we're all planning on going to see Predator Badlands. We're going to find a neutral territory that doesn't require two or more of us to drive 2 hours for an hour and a half movie and bad pancakes. So we won't do that again. It's going to be a little bit more well thought out plan. But and we've got some things we're going to talk about at the end of the show that involves you, the listener, and the viewers. So for now, we're headed to where it all began, where Mansard Till Midnight was born at 7 and change in the morning on May 29th. There were 12 or 8 tornadoes that touched down the day I was born. They should have named me Cyclone. Instead, they didn't. It took them like a month to name me. But we're headed back. We haven't been there in a while, but we were headed back to Claremore, Oklahoma.
So Claremore is really a ridiculously bountiful place for a day trip.
History deluxe.
It's a small town, city. 20,000 people located in Rogers County in the northeastern part of the state.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a really deep historical background, and it is just a fun place to hang out.
And we're about to talk about it. It is the home of Will Rogers. And one of the and we'll talk about it when we get closer to Christmas, but let's be honest. Remember the time, it's been a few kids ago, that we went to Claremore for the Christmas thing?
Yeah.
Downtown Claremore.
Dickens in the Park.
We'll talk on it a little bit. But if you're looking for something to do up that way, Claremore has got a little bit for everyone. I know it sounds cliche, but it really does.
Sorry, I panicked. I looked down and one of my meters wasn't moving.
Oh shoot.
So I small heart attack right there. But Will Rogers went to grade school in Claremore, Oklahoma. It was founded in 1872 by the Cherokee Nation, but more for our use.
Yeah.
The town of Claremore has a lot of attractions and activities, starting with the Will Rogers Museum.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we've done a couple of shows on the Will Rogers Museum. We've had the curator on the show before.
Yep.
But they have an impressive collection of artifacts and exhibits, and really a unique look into the life of Will Rogers. If you're a younger person and you don't know a lot about Will Rogers, this guy had his fingers in all sorts of media.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He was, prolific in a million different forms of communication.
Yeah, he was a radio. He was a radio pioneer. Newspaper. He wrote for every newspaper. You know what I mean?
He was a comedian. He was a social commentator. And I think if you're going to take a day trip to Claremore, this is a really good starting point.
When we went a few years ago, I think one of the coolest things, there's a point in the museum where you walk out and you can see Will Rogers's tomb, and it's out here in the open, and it's got this beautiful view of these. I think there's like a
Huge garden. Yeah.
huge garden out there. It's just you just kind of. I mean, there's something I can't really put a feeling to it. It's just kind of awe inspiring for me that it's. I don't know. It just. You got to see it to believe it. It's just a feeling you get, man.
You do. But again, Will Rogers, one of the wittiest people
Oh, for real.
in history.
If there's no Will Rogers, there's no me.
You think?
I mean, come on. I'm witty.
Oh, I get it.
Witty Rogers is what my online handle is.
But anyway, if you're going to Claremore, I'm recommending you start at the Will Rogers Museum for your day trip. After that, Lake Claremore, 1,200 acres of just gorgeous landscape to explore. They've got hiking and biking and walking paths and bike paths, but it's a great place to just unwind, to unplug, and it's really pretty.
I want to say, if I'm not completely, I may be wrong about this, but Lake Claremore is currently where Will Rogers' house was originally. Is that true? I mean, we can fact check it later, but I feel like they moved his house farther inland when they made that lake.
Oh, I don't know.
I feel like there's some truth to that.
We were there.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't recall. I remember talking to them about the facilities there.
Yeah.
But I don't remember
Because
discussing.
remember, we toured his childhood home.
Yeah.
And they had moved it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was virtually untouched on the inside. Like it, obviously they've probably staged some rooms, but I mean, everything that was the contents in the house was in the house kind of situation. I love history so much. I love Oklahoma history, especially. I always hated it in school, and people were like, "Oh, history, Oklahoma history." I'm like, this stuff is cool to me. And Will Rogers having, not that it mattered, but my inspiration for Will Rogers was literally down the road. I lived at the end of the runway, basically at Will Rogers Airport.
Yeah.
And we would drive out by Will Rogers Airport. So Will Rogers' name in Will Rogers Park, I used to play disc golf there. So his name has always kind of been floating around. And when I had a chance to actually go see the places, the people play, when you get a chance to see people, places, things, and see the ideas in action, it's really cool. And I really enjoyed my time in Claremore.
Well, one of the places that I don't think you and I didn't go together.
What?
So I don't know if you've ever been to this one.
What's that?
But next up on the day trip list, J.M. Davis Arms and Historical Museum, right there at the edge of downtown. It's the world's largest privately owned gun collection with more than 12,000 firearms and thousands of non-firearm artifacts.
I feel like when we were there, somebody told us we needed to check it out, but I think we were kind of in it. Did you go check it out?
Yes.
I have not checked it out. I feel like I want to say, what was his name? Cody? I can't remember. The Main Street guy in Claremore told us about it. Maybe we didn't get around to it, but that's definitely up your alley. I mean, I think it's cool, but I like Will Rogers' house personally. But
I like all of the old West gear, the saddles, the spurs.
Yeah.
But they also have a lot of cool stuff like World War I posters.
Mm-hmm.
They even have something that I don't feel like really fits, but maybe it does, and I just don't understand it.
What?
They've got a huge assortment of antique music boxes.
Interesting. I wouldn't put those in a armament museum, but hey.
Yeah, but it's a really great way to learn a lot about history and to see some stuff up close.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't get to see otherwise. But Claremore they have several other museums. Like they they're in the museum business.
Yeah, they really capture your attention with the amount of history that they preserve down there. It's literally everywhere. Like,
Well, that kind of leads me to the next stop in my imaginary day trip. Historic downtown Claremore.
yes.
If you did nothing other than go hang out at the antique shops in Claremore, Oklahoma, you could spend an entire day in Claremore.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest attractions there, and you don't go to Claremore without hearing someone say something about the Belvedere.
The Belvidere is super creepy all by itself, but it also has a restaurant in it. The Pink House is a Claremore lunch staple, and it relocated to the Belvidere Mansion in 2017. But it's right there on Chickasaw Avenue near historic downtown Claremore. They serve lunch Monday through Friday or Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. And they've got a lot of, people come from all over to have their quiche. They are well known for their chicken enchilada casserole and their baked fudge. So,
how do you feel about casseroles?
I like casseroles, but I'm not 100% sure I like casseroles that I pay for versus that I make.
Why?
If that makes sense.
Why?
I don't know.
Let's talk enchiladas for just a second. I like enchiladas, but they get soggy. I just don't know how I feel about an enchilada casserole. I'm there. When in Claremore, does Claremoreans? I don't want to say, what do you call them? Claremorites? You're not, you don't say it. You're going to say Claremorons.
No, I wasn't.
Don't do that. But I would try. I would not do the baked fudge. I don't like fudge.
You don't like fudge?
Mm-mm.
Fudge?
Mm-mm.
Interesting.
It's the texture, and it's too sweet. It just doesn't do nothing for me.
I'm going to say there's probably a place that would be up your alley, and I'm pretty sure there was somebody who put together a little music intro for you.
Yeah.
What was it? Sucking on a chili dog?
Sucking on a chili dog. Sucking on a chili dog.
Carl's Coney Island.
Carl's Coney Island in Claremore, Oklahoma. Can you say it 3 times fast? Carl's Coney Island.
I absolutely cannot, but they have been serving Coney's, tamales, and chilies since 1974.
People are saying something about Hammett House. Now you're throwing me off. We're talking Coney Island, not Hammett House, but now I'm curious about a Hammett House. But yes, there's a lot of Coney Islands around. There's a couple of them here in town. There's some
there's
in
only
Tulsa.
one Carl's.
There's only
Coney
one
Island.
Carl's. Yep, 1974.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
That is 51-ish years.
It is. You would know.
I would know. They've been serving Coney's my entire
Your
life.
entire life. Not quite mine. Not quite mine, though. Only 48 of those 51 years that they've been serving them.
But they're open Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., and then 10:30 to 3:30 on Saturdays. I definitely recommend checking that place out, especially if you're somebody that really likes corn dogs.
If you really like sucking on,
Coney's.
if you like sucking on a chili dog.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to say.
I love to suck on a chili dog.
But during the next couple of months, there are a whole lot of activities coming up in and around Claremore. That's why I say this is a really good place for fall/winter. They've got Dickens on the Boulevard, which you just you brought up earlier.
I did.
It is undeniably probably the best festival relating to Christmas in Oklahoma.
Listen, I'm going to say something. It's going to be controversial because I've got a shelf full of Michael Myers and I've got my Kessler Wolf figure from American Werewolf in London. Christmas is my jam, man. I love Christmas so much. I think Christmas, and it's not about the presents and it's not about, it's more about silver bells. It's the songs. It's the vibes. It's the smell. It's Dickens on the boulevard. Can I tell you how much I love Chuck Dickens?
Chuck.
Only his friends can call him Chuck. I love Chuck.
Chuck E. Dickens.
Chuck E. Dickens is my fave. I love everything. And listen, Oliver Twist, Christmas. Great Expectations. I don't know so much. Your Christmas Carol? Yes. Give me Ebenezer Scrooge squawking down the boulevard, pissing and moaning and bitching. And I'm set. I love it so much.
I do want to touch base on what I think they do right, because they do it so well. There are so many characters in Claremore that I think they just live for that event.
Yeah, you're walking down like, hello, governor. I'm like, I am governor.
Like, you have all these high school students that are in drama class learning a dialect to use during the Dickens on the Boulevard event. The guy riding the giant bicycle with the weird front, the giant front tire
with the horns. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They do.
The lights.
The lights are great.
The hot chocolate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's one of those things where you would think, it's easy to spread the smell of barbecue. It is not easy to to spread the smell of hot chocolate, but I feel like as soon as you get there,
it wafts.
Like somebody,
does.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know how they do it.
Somebody's pumping it in.
But definitely check out their calendar, community calendar, to see when those events are happening. But they also do the Claremore Community Chorus Christmas concert. And then they've got several Will Rogers events throughout the year, one of which is November 4th, Will Rogers' birthday, which is
God, how old
today or tomorrow?
Years? He'd be about 120, wouldn't he?
I don't know. But anyway, if you want more information on Claremore or taking a day trip down there, I only include a link in the show notes, but the website visitclaremore.com is the bomb.
Visitclaremore.com. See, we could do that. We could do that and make lots of money. For more information, visit claremore.com. Wait, no. For more information, go to visitclaremore.com. Remember when you had me on doing the ad in the beginning when you heard my grocery ad? I was like, what was it? Pot roast, 29 cents a pound. I mean, come on. Why aren't we making $1 million right now?
Well, stick around after the break to hear the tale of Lieutenant Governor goes to London. So today's show is brought to you by Friends of Nakoma Park.
Sorry, guys. We blew it.
They are a local nonprofit working to raise funds for a community park project in Nakoma Park.
They want to turn an underdeveloped 60-acre park into a safe, exciting place for the community by adding soccer fields. I mean, you know what else I'm hoping they'll host one day? My group hug event. I'm going to organize a group hug event, and it's going to be food trucks. It's going to be, and you know where I want to have it? I want to have it at Central Park in Choctaw, Nakoma Park, wherever. I want to have it there. I will have it there, but we've got
that.
Well, I'm trying to say I want it to be
wherever. You feel bad because we missed Bites of EOC this year.
Right, I do.
But they are working to build this park. The thing that we like about it most is they want a place to hold large festivals. I am really hoping that they also install some giant swamp coolers along the edge of this park, because some of these festivals in the summertime,
so hot.
Yeah.
I'm out. I don't like the heat.
But they've got a Christmas tree lighting ceremony coming up. It should be a blast. And if you want to help them out or head down to Nakoma Park for some of these activities, check out their Facebook page, Friends of Nakoma Park. So our news story, Lieutenant Governor Pinnell showcases Oklahoma in London.
That's right.
From Fox 23.
The governor went to London for Brand USA Travel Week, showcasing all what the state has to offer. bloody hell. It was a bloody well good time. Here's the thing with people, and I think people need to understand something before we get too far into this. When they talk about Oklahoma not being, they're like, they ain't got nothing to do with Oklahoma. The governor, lieutenant governor, goes all over the world to promote Oklahoma tourism.
Yes.
So it does matter what other people say. I mean, I get over it. I'm glad he went to jolly old England.
You know, it's funny. I don't know how long he was in England for, but I'm pretty sure I saw like 72 Facebook posts of him doing ribbon cuttings while he was in London. I think there are more than one of him.
Yeah, and the dude's the busiest. I'm telling you, he's the Ryan Seacrest of tourism in Oklahoma. He's the busiest guy out there.
Part of the reason that he was there, though, is because of the Route 66 Centennial coming up next year. He's basically showcasing the state and the activities that are going to be happening next year.
It's going to be big.
And he's really connecting with a lot of travel movers and shakers to highlight and showcase what Oklahoma has to offer.
And it's a lot. Listen, $128 billion in 2024.
What?
European travelers generated $128 billion.
European travelers in 2024
in the U.S. That's crazy money.
It is, and that supports like 800,000 jobs in the country.
Right.
But we have a lot to offer, especially in this next year, with the most drivable miles of Route 66. We've got a lot of American and Native American heritage experiences for international tourists.
Yeah.
And, and Pinnell said that travelers provide a big boost to Oklahoma's economy, and he's working hard to make sure that the state is on every traveler's map. I like it. I approve.
It looks good for us.
It does. And I think if anybody's going to represent Oklahoma on a national stage,
besides us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody better than Matt Pinnell.
Right. Between him and us, easy.
Well, I do think it kind of ticks me off.
Wow.
That
we can't get a call back or a text back from Matt Pinnell?
No, that Paul McCartney like jumped the gun on this thing and showed up last week?
Yeah.
That's not fair.
He did a TikTok video where he's under some random bridge
in Tulsa.
Yeah. I think that's the coolest thing on the planet. He loves Oklahoma. But Tulsa, I'm telling you, man, Tulsa's like another world. It's like another state altogether. It's my favorite place in Oklahoma. But I say that until I'm, fast forward, I'm living there and they're like top 5 homicide rate in the nation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I say I love it. I love to visit. I don't know how I feel about living there. I think I'd be scared. Because I don't think I could afford to live somewhere that was nice. I would be I'd probably living off of Admiral of Peoria or something.
Or under that bridge.
Or under that bridge where Paul McCartney is at. Yeah. I love Tulsa. I love you, Tulsa. I'm just giving you a hard time. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to what 100 years of Route 66 looks like next year.
I think it's going to be huge. If you want more information on the news story, though, I'll include a link in the show notes for Fox 23's story on that subject.
Yes.
And, sir, we have a little bit of feedback.
A little
bit.
A little goes a long way around here.
It does. I don't really include that much. If you feel like we need to include more, I normally just grab a couple of things because there's so much of it. And I feel like we're either going to spend 14 hours reading through feedback or we just cover some of the highlights and stuff that stands out to us.
I Well, I mean, that's the thing. How do you decide what makes the cut?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, contrary to what some people might think, people like us.
yes, but again, it's like picking which kid is your favorite or whatever.
I will say this, and we'll jump into what you have here. This week alone, I met 4 people in the same day. Talk about what they appreciate that we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It happens a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm honestly going to start. I think one thing I'm going to start doing, every time I meet, I'm going to have a little notepad with me. Every time I meet someone, I'm going to write their name down. Honestly. Because it happens a lot. And I want to give everybody a shout out. And I want to tell everybody how much I appreciate them.
Okay. I love you, dude. But in the current year, the year 2025,
yeah,
we have had 2 million people see something that we did on the internet in one form or another.
Yeah.
With about 85% of those being Oklahomans.
Yeah.
Which means, if you do the math on that, basically somewhere in the neighborhood of 50% of all Oklahomans have seen something that we put out this year.
Yep.
If you're going to start writing down the names of every person that you meet that recognizes you,
yeah,
you're going to run out of paper.
Well, I get it, but it's like, I feel like I'm doing them. It's my brain starts going 90 to nothing when I meet these people. And I'm like, when I leave, I'm like, I don't remember who they are, but I feel so blessed to have met. You know what I mean? I don't think I hope that we don't ever become those people that people complain about or, blog about and go, when they were in here, they were mean and this. I don't want to be a bad guy. I don't want to be the enemy. I think we're doing a good job not being the enemy.
Well, is it you either die young or you...
That's something. Well, no, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
No, it's the quote is, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
That's the one. See?
So, yeah.
Anyway, so feedback. John Allen Walker on YouTube in reference to our pizza talks said Pizza Shuttle used to make their own crust in the 80s, and it was God. Recently had it, and the crust is a step down below Casey's.
I feel like I could be wrong here. Did he mean to say God or good?
I don't know, but he wrote God, so
Okay.
I'm going with it.
All right, well.
But I do recall Pizza Shuttle being the bomb in the early 90s.
Yeah, I
think I could have eaten Pizza Shuttle for every meal when I was in college.
Yeah, pizza Shuttle slapped. I used to eat it a few times. When I worked in Norman, we'd have it, and I lived in Norman, we'd have it a few times.
And it makes me sad that they probably have some sort of Cisco crust now.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
That is not standing the test of time.
Yeah.
And then we've got another comment from Austin's Barbecue, a.k.a. the Savoy.
Yeah.
He was talking about us showing up to the restaurant. He said, these are 2 amazing men that take their own time to help support local businesses.
There's 2 ways to look at that. We take our sweet time.
We do.
Or we take time out of our busy day to go support small businesses.
We also do that.
There's an argument to be made for both of those. But hey, you know what? I'm not, well, you speak for yourself. We really appreciate all the feedback, all the hands that we've been shaking, and people we've been, and friends we've been making, and people we've been running to along the way. It's been a hell of a ride, a hell of a journey so far. I mean, we're on cruise. I just feel like, golly, if we could just find a sponsor that wanted to freaking sponsor us. Listen, if you know a plumber, if you know a lawyer, if you know a real estate, You know somebody with a business that wants to promote in front of, what was it, Einstein?
Basically half the state.
Half the state. And it's not, these aren't numbers. These are real numbers, man.
Yeah.
This isn't some video game high score shit. This is the real, I mean, you can see the people that don't understand, let us enlighten you. It's that simple. Put yourself in front of millions of people and let's see what happens. Well, it's the Only No Okay Show. It's the only way to go. New episodes, new content as often as we can. I'm Brett.
I'm Harley, and we're out of here.
Peace. Hello, everyone. How are we tonight? Well, I guess I'll just sit in the corner. I'm Eeyore. I'm just going to feel sorry for myself in the corner. This episode is brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart. Orange citrus with 5% juice. And if you're ready to let the juice loose, it's Mountain Dew Kickstart. Why can't we could do that? This episode is brought to you by Broken Bow Travel Cabins. If you're looking for a place to stay and a place to hit the hay, it's Broken Bow Travel Cabins. Want to let go in a bungalow? It's Broken Bow Travel Cabins. Broken Bow Travel Cabins. European Vacation.
Yeah, no, got it.
No, European Vacation was the raunchiest of the vacation movies.
Yes, it was.
It was, I would dare say it's a kind of a sex comedy. One of those screwball sex comedies from the late 80s. Late 80s? I think it was 89, 90?
I don't think it was 90.
Because
I think it was 80s. Vacation
was 88. I would say 90.
European Vacation.
European Vacation.
Movie.
Yeah, European Vacation.
1985.
1985?
Yep.
European Vacation was 85?
Yep.
I thought it came after Christmas. I guess not. Because the first Vacation was 83. I feel like sequels are on like a 2-year. Typical sequels are like a 2-year.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Vacation, baby. Vacation. Infestation.
European Vacation was 85. Christmas Vacation was 89.
89. I thought it was 88. I was 12 years old when that movie came out. What about the original? 82?
1983.
3. I was thinking 82. People sleep on the original Vacation, I feel like. Because Christmas Vacation became so popular. And then there's there's a subset of fans that really like Vegas Vacation.
Yeah. I don't think I was ever a fan of Vegas Vacation. I feel it was a little tired.
Like a cash grabby, okay.
Yeah.
Now, regular Vacation was good, but I think the best parts of Vacation were probably when they stop and get Aunt Edna at Cousin Eddie's in the hole. I mean, let's be honest, Chevy was the movie, but Randy Quaid really stole every scene he was in that. Is this real tomato ketchup, Eddie? Let's see. The original was the only good one. Others were whack. That's according to that guy. Thing Long. I don't know, man. Vacation, Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation's pretty legit. I watch it every year.
It's tough to beat. To me, I feel like if you're watching Christmas movies and Christmas Vacation doesn't, when you look back and go, man, we didn't watch Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
That something happened. There was a death in the family. The dog ran away. You lost your job. Something serious had to happen if you didn't watch Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
Like to me, it's the Puxatawny Phil. Like we don't start Christmas. A decoration, a light, a Christmas song doesn't start until you watch Christmas Vacation. Now, a tradition that I've started every year at Thanksgiving. What is the only movie you watch at Thanksgiving? Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh yeah.
You have you watch. I watch it every single year, and it's sadder every time I watch it because you think to yourself, Dale didn't have anybody, and you find out what's in the trunk. You know, the conspiracy theory was that his wife was in the trunk because he never opened it.
Yeah.
Well, you know, they've had that documentary that came out called "I Like Me."
Mm-hmm.
We'll come to find out what's in the trunk is everything that he has. Everything he owns that's of any value to him is in that trunk.
Yeah.
What a freaking, you know, though, John Hughes, God rest his soul, he made the movies that we grew up with. And when you look back at it and you go, there's so much to be said. Like everything is a coming of age story. Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
Weird Science. I mean, let's be honest. Our generation, we believed wholeheartedly that you could make a babe, a real babe, a total babe.
Can we intersperse this conversation with a little bit of WTF?
Okay.
So that movie comes out.
Which one?
Weird Science.
Okay. I love that movie so much. I have 2 copies of it.
And as a child, you thought that's totally going to be a thing.
And then,
like, why not? And then you had Back to the Future.
Mm-hmm.
I'm totally going to have a hoverboard. So technology is advancing at breakneck speeds, and what we get is choppy, weird Bigfoot commercials for everything.
yeah, we do.
Where's our flying cars? Where's our Build-A-Babe?
Listen, when I saw Back to the Future 2 in the hoverboard, it looked so real.
Yeah.
But because I was a poor kid from the inner city, grown up in the inner city, I was like, man, hoverboards. Still won't be able to afford it, but they're out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when we get to the hoverboard, it's got wheels on it.
Yeah.
No, dude, stop.
Yeah.
Because define hover to rise above ground,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
I know a hoverboard with wheels, it's a technicality. But is it by proxy really a hoverboard?
No,
it's
it's
not.
Agreed.
You know what I think is cooler than the 2-wheel hoverboard? That thing, that one, it's got the freaking like mini bike wheel on it.
Yeah.
And the one, you ever seen them?
Uh-huh.
Haul ass on that thing. Golly, man. To me, that's more futuristic than those damn light up hoverboard wheelie whatevers.
The thing that I like
Yeah.
that is a technological advancement,
What?
those little water-based submarine, it's just a motor and it pulls you down into the water.
Yeah, where you just kind of it reminds you of something that Aquaman would use.
I remind you of something that
Or like
007 would use to sneak into a...
I think Ethan Hunt used one in one of the Mission Impossible movies.
Maybe.
Dude, I saw this video these guys bought. Hell, I didn't know TMU is still a thing.
Yeah.
These guys bought jet boats.
I saw that.
Dude, that's cool as shit.
Did you see the guy who bought one and then rebuilt it to soup it up? Dude, it was ridiculous.
Just freaking screams now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like he was in a small pond, and he was just sloshing all of the water out of the pond.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Try to see things my way. Freaking Paul McCartney slipped through our fingers, man.
I know, he was here.
Dang it. And from what everybody said, it was a killer show. That may be the last time we ever get a chance to see Paul.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Beatle, Paul? George?
No. Ringo.
Ringo.
I know it's not the popular answer.
What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and walk out on me? Sing it. Lend me your ear and I'll sing you a song and I'll try not to boom. Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high. You know what? I just want you to know something.
Yeah.
If you need anybody, I need somebody to love. It could be anybody. This guy doesn't play along for shit, man. What would you do if I said I do? Would you stand up and walk without me? Tell me your ear. Mountain Dew Kickstart. Now with more Kickstart than ever. Grape is good. Ariel, Oklahoma City. 1990. Oh, look who it is. Look who decides to bloody join me now, mates. Ariel from Oklahoma City.
Okay. Do what you're going to do.
All right, man. You ready?
Yep.
All right. Did you put it in a drawer?
No, it's mine.
All right, man.
Take it with you, though, because I don't want it after you stuck it up your nose.
Ooh, there it is. Well, it's already been up your nose.
No, it hasn't. It's brand new. I got like 22 of them.
It didn't hit as hard as mine.
Mm-hmm.
I do think we need to get some of those smelling salts.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
Chicken.
Yep.
3, 2, 1. And welcome to the show. Today we have a perfect fall Oklahoma day trip, and after the break, Oklahoma is a European. What? Oh, we can't edit that.
Right.
Oh my God.
So now you're starting all over, and I'm going to cut this all out and
All right.
start from scratch. Go.
3, 2, 1.